Are you becoming the mayor, your digital mayor, or are you becoming an ambassador for your brand?
This is your first day in real estate, and I am your real estate sales trainer and coach, James Festini. And this is the program that's going to teach you how to sell more real estate in less time.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I am your host, James Festini. I want to thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. For those of you on the video crowd, please hit the subscribe button below. Make sure you get signed up so you get alerts on my latest videos. On the audio crowd, hey, if you guys haven't taken a chance to go through iTunes and give me that 5-star review, come on, man, what are you doing? I'm giving you free content. Free! So today I want to talk about becoming a digital mayor. I think this is a weird term or catchphrase that I believe Gary Vaynerchuk threw out at one of the real estate conventions as to what you can do to gain more awareness to your business in real estate in a digital world. Now, as you know, the big giant, the big elephant in the room is going to be the technology. And where is our technology? Where do our leads come from? If it all comes down to one thing, it is about leads, generating the leads. Where the best leads are going to be the ones that come to you from friends, family, sphere of influence, sphere of recognition. Now, I've talked about this sphere of recognition before in the past, but that is that digital mayorship that I refer to, the notoriety in a community that gives you this sense of being everywhere, or gives people, the community, a sense of being everywhere. How do you get to be this digital mayor or have this sphere of recognition on a tight budget? Because that's most of us. I mean, no matter what level of sales you're doing, your budget's always going to be tight in this business, because you never know from one day to the next, from 1 month to the next, how much is coming into the pipeline. You know, in 1 month you can lose $30,000 worth of escrows falling apart, transactions just disappear. You know, things get in the way. Crap happens in this business where from 1 month to the next you don't know your money source. So it's always going to be this battle between exposing yourself on the internet, which is extremely expensive, exposing yourself to the public, which again could be extremely expensive, or just forcing your exposure through avenues such as door knocking and cold calling. Not necessarily the most effective way to become the digital mayor or the sphere of recognition. But if you're doing it in the right way, if you're doing it in the locations where your children go to school, where you're shopping and you know, living and existing, then yes, there are going to be instances on more than one occasion a week I go to a door where someone says, hey, you're this or you're that, because I'm out there. So they see that. So how do you, well, first of all, what do you do to become the digital mayor or the notoriety as the real estate agent? How do you expose yourself through the most efficient channels? And how do you do it without being salesy? I think that's one of the biggest concerns, is to become a ever-present entity in your industry is not that easy if you're not very, I don't know, personable or effective in communicating. Hey, look at me, I'm a salesperson. If you guys are thinking of buying or selling, come to me, without saying it. I think that I have discovered the way of doing this, and I believe it is through the form of vlogging and creating content. A lot of times people want to know, how do you become a digital ambassador, an ambassador to your brand, when you don't have really anything to say. I've heard people say things such as, go interview the business owner of the restaurants, and then suddenly you're doing this bizarre like marketing campaign where you go into a random restaurant and say, hi, I'm a real estate agent and I'd like to talk to you about your restaurant. They're like, which one are you? I mean, the people are going to think, what's the catch? What are you doing here? What's in it for me? I mean, people want to know, why are you in my business and what do you want to do? It's just an awkward approach. However, in the form of vlogging and creating content, often, I'm doing it almost daily, where you're going places and you're interacting with these individuals, And then you walk into the store, the liquor store, or any environment. Just for example, last week or the week before, I was in a Peruvian restaurant that I eat at all the time. And I walked in there and I said, hey, this is James. Actually, it was a vlog. I just went in there, heading into my favorite Peruvian restaurant in Yorba Linda off of Fairmont. Man, I come here all the time. Check out their ceviche and their ají de gallina. If you guys haven't ever had Peruvian food, it is the bomb. And then in between there, I'm walking in, holding the camera, doing like the interaction shot, and then I'm overlaying some video and audio and doing some cool panoramic shots and doing this consistent creation of content in a casual format where I'm just living my life, being myself. And then when that happens, as you put together, or you get pretty good at putting together these little segments, if you get good at like editing, if you get good at production of this content, I mean, that's a whole nother animal, is trying to figure out how do you produce this stuff? How do you edit video? I mean, I'm a real estate agent. I don't want to be pulling out cameras and videos and opening up software, Premiere Pro or Windows Media Maker. I don't have time for this. Some of you just don't get it. I get it. It takes a lot of time to be effectively creating and editing high quality video content. Anyhow, you got to learn the software. You've got to learn how to make it efficient. It's going to be extremely expensive in producing content as a brand ambassador and a digital mayor unless you learn the content. So what are the two pieces I recommend? Well, first of all, you want to have high quality audio. You want to have high quality video. You want to look into an application called Magisto, Magisto. Magisto is an application that kind of blends and merges video. It's not totally effective at doing vlog content. I'm still trying to tweak and master it, but it does put together, nice little segments of video where if you're just out there with your family, you're shopping, you're going in places, make sure as you're going into the dry cleaner, right? As you're going into barbershop, make sure you pull out your camera and hit like a 2-second panning video as you're opening the door. Show your hand reaching in and grabbing grabbing the door handle as you're walking through the store. And then when you come back, you could use applications like Magisto, or even editing softwares like Windows Media Maker, or even on your smartphone. On the Android, I'm using right now, I'm using an app called Power Director. Super easy to learn. If you take a couple of minutes, take an hour, take 2 hours to learn the software, you can figure out how to piece this together. The first time you do this, it's going to take 2-3 hours. Second time you do this, it's going to take an hour. The learning curve, right? And then the third time you do it, it's going to take maybe a half hour. The fourth time you do it, maybe 10 minutes. But by the fifth time you do it, every morning now, I'm able to create content the day before. Just hit record it, and then shoot it all into Power Director. And as you're laying in bed, how you're kind of slowly getting up, you're laying in bed. Why would you sit there and watch Netflix rather than creating that content, piecing it together, using the editing software, overlay images, do some little titles, and then slap it up into YouTube? Now what? Yeah, James, I don't have a YouTube channel. I don't have a YouTube following. It's not the point that you're becoming this viral video. Let's get that out of the way. I've been creating content on YouTube for years and nothing's gone viral. You're not going to create a video that's going to suddenly put you into the stratosphere of YouTuber where you're suddenly a celebrity. It just doesn't work that way. I'm still trying to figure it out. But if you exist in this day-to-day, let's go old school and call it recording with a camera. You're doing like home movies. The essence of a vlog and creating this content on a daily and inserting your digital ambassadorship or your digital mayor or your brand ambassador. You see, I'm always got my logo. I've always got my brand here. I'm always wearing a dress shirt. I'm always locked into the brand so that it's market placement, right? I mean, you see all of these commercials and these TV shows that suddenly you see a Coca-Cola or an Apple product in the background. You think that's on accident? That's on purpose. This is how I insert my ad without actually inserting an advertisement. So as you're going through your day-to-day, hey, ladies and gentlemen, oh man, I'm just walking into this client from hell. Oh man, this escrow is just going crazy. I mean, all of these things, if you are a thinker, expose those thoughts in a quick little segment in a quick little video, turn on the camera you have. You don't need any high-end equipment. I mean, I've got my high-end equipment, but is this practical? I'm still not totally comfortable with doing this in public, holding up a video camera with a big microphone on it and interacting with it. It's socially awkward for most people. You got to really have I think you got to have you got to be a narcissist and an egomaniac and still have enough blind ambition to camouflage your awkwardness in public pulling out a camera. You'll see a lot of times, even still after doing this, I don't know, hundreds of vlogs that I've done and hundreds of videos, I still have this awkward feeling that when people walk by, like, what's he shooting? It's just the way it is. So you put together this content, you edit it, you create it, you make sure you're wearing your brand. You talk a little bit here and there about your daily business. I just knocked on doors, I'm going out this, I'm going out that. All of this content that you're creating is a video documentary. And you've heard Gary Vee say it, don't create, document. Document your day, right? Get it down. If you want to make it easier on yourself, go to Instagram. Instagram stories at the top left, or go to Snapchat. Go to the stories and use that as an editing software. Believe it or not, if you use Instagram, for example, and you go to the top left of Instagram, you'll see this tiny little camera, and then all you do is you click this little record button, and you got about 10 seconds or so to say, yeah, just pull into the office. It's gonna be a long day. I hear it's gonna be hot, so I'm gonna stay indoors, do all my prospecting calls, and then I gotta go all the way out to this. Just have what you're about to say ready to say on the fly, hit send. Now it's in your story. In your story, now you have these 10-second snippets. If you're consistent, you do 10 or 15 of those a day, just as you're walking to the office, walking to the team, getting into your, I'm ordering lunch, you walk in quickly, get a little snapshot of the restaurant. You following me here? And then at the end of the day, for example, on Snapchat and Instagram stories, if you learn, you take that entire series of 10-second snippets and you download it as a whole. You can take that entire download and share it to Facebook and upload it to YouTube and take that whole series of events and just slap it out there. It doesn't matter. If you haven't created content for Facebook or YouTube in the last X amount of weeks, months, years in some cases, it's never too late to start. Just go out today, slap it out there, boom, put it out there. Drives me crazy when I go into Facebook and YouTube and see real estate agents' channels, and they're trying to do this social media presence, but they're not necessarily doing it right, because all they put out is, it's getting hot in December, must be time for you to sell a house. If you guys are thinking of buying or selling, give me a call. It's like everything is this self-promotion without allowing people to get to know you better. That is the secret to becoming an ambassador to your brand. I mean, the logo, it's just a logo. Your brand is you. It's you.com. It's www.you.com. It's youtube.com/you. Facebook.com/you. Snapchat @you. Instagram @you. Everything is you. And as long as you can start getting quick and snappy, even if it's just one day, start right now. It's never too late. I do it all the time. I mean, it's never too late. Many times I'll fade out of, I'll like Instagram, I'll like Snapchat. I go back and forth between those two platforms. So every once in a while you see me all of a sudden pop up, I'm on Instagram story, and then 2 weeks will go by because I'm on Snapchat. Or all of a sudden I'll disappear off of Snapchat because I'm doing my stories inside of Instagram. No one's noticing. They're gonna be like, hey, you're bouncing around from place. It doesn't work that way. Get out of your head. Get your ego out of the way when it comes to some of this content. And you'll find how easy it is to become a digital ambassador, the digital mayor of your town. The only way you're gonna do that is not by setting up video cameras and audio and all this stuff where it's like totally prepared content, because it's gonna be procrastination by perfection and you're never gonna start. If you just hit record, if you just start posting, well, James, I don't know what to say, right? I mean, that's always the problem with creating this ambassadorship, this digital mayorship. It's like, okay, now what do I post? Well, hell, man, you're driving down the street, you see a bunch of potholes inside of your little snippy little vlog. Man, have you guys ever noticed going down La Palma Avenue? I mean, I ride my bike every day on the street. It's a nightmare. Maybe you don't notice it on the street, but on my bike, holy cow. And then, grab that little snippet, and if you're riding your bike in the morning, hold your camera with one hand, your handlebars in the other, and then shake down the street, and then do like a reenactment. You can do these funny little skits. I mean, every one of us, some more than others, are creative in what they think, or that'd be funny. Make it. Quickly make the video. Start producing the content. It's gonna suck. Your first run for mayorship in the town of whatever you're trying to do, this digital mayorship, you're gonna suck at it. You're probably gonna lose the election the first time around. But as you get better, you get more and more comfortable. You start becoming more and more at ease with creating the content that's gonna put you in front of the people. Please don't worry for a second that you don't have any views. I've got videos that I've been producing videos forever, and I still have videos, not on this channel. The real estate sales trainer and coach channel that I do always gets views. My other channel, by the way, if you click on this link above, right here, you'll see it. For the audio crowd, you will have to just go to YouTube. I've got two channels. One is James Festini, which is my real estate sales training and coaching, and the other one is James Festini Realtor, which is my digital brand. It is just me. I go out, I have fun, I'm all over the town, I'm riding my bike, or I'm putting together these little mini movies of my day built by little segments of snapshots, and many of them have maybe 1, 2, 10, 11 views. Some of them have 50, right? All I'm doing is taking that content and saying, you know what, let's just share it. If I think it's good enough, and I think all of it should go out, it's never, who cares if it sucks? Who cares? Nobody is, I mean, if someone cringes, I bet you they're cringing more at your crappy little, hi, here's a tour of my house, and this wonky, like, fakeness to your content creation, versus just be yourself on camera, be yourself in audio, create the content. Who cares what you look like? I mean, it's just life. You've got to embrace capturing these moments. It is just record your family, right? I mean, record your day-to-day. Are you living life to the fullest? Hit record. Are you enjoying your day? Are you going into are you boring? Record anything that's boring. Who cares? You're creating content. My ambition in creating all of this content is to live a fuller life, to be excited about getting out into the world and watching my kids grow. I mean, look, this Wednesday they're gonna have like a jogathon that I've sponsored the heck out of. You don't think I'm gonna be there with my higher end camera and my higher end mic doing selfie shots? Hey, we're here at the jogathon in Fairmont. Hey, check out these t-shirts, guys. James Festini, Century 21 sponsor on the back. Hey, kid, come here. And I'm gonna turn them around and be like, check it out, man, that's me. That's what you got to do. And I'll do this like shameless plugs for my product. I have my banner up in this certain part of town or at the high school, and I'll walk by and be like, hey guys, I'm here at the football game. Oh, who's this? And I'll turn around, there's my banner. Hey, look at that guy, he's pretty good looking. What's up, man? Hey, nobody be drawing mustaches on me. Whatever, and it's just all about finding the humor and interest and variety of life and piecing it together, taking that content, uploading it to YouTube, right? Uploading it to Facebook. Even if you don't want to learn YouTube, even if you don't want to learn Instagram, even if you don't have time to learn for Snapchat, Facebook people. Up at the top banner of Facebook, if you ever notice, there's a little camera. It's called Stories. They ripped it off from Snapchat, and then they ripped it off on Instagram, and then they brought it over from their Instagram to their Facebook. And you open up Facebook, at the very top of your Messenger app, or at the very top of Facebook, you'll see a little camera, or you see a little Stories with a little paper airplane. If you go to the top of that, all you got to do, right next to the right of that paper airplane, is your story, your face. You ever notice it? There it is. Get used to creating that content on that. Turn it around. You're walking in the office. That's going to be another long day at the office, guys. I probably won't have anything exciting to report unless I get an appointment. Then you'll see me jumping up and down. Hey, to make it up for it, but let's do some hacky sack. Yeah, I got a hacky sack here all the time. So I'll bust out my hacky sack and be like, sorry, this content's so boring. And I'm a pretty good hacky sacker. So it's just, how do you become a digital ambassador, the virtual mayor of your town? Expose yourself. As a real estate agent, go preview properties. There's guidelines with you going into a house and be like, this is the new house. No. Hey, I'm about to preview this property. I'll come back outside and let you know how it is. You know what I mean? You can stand in the street and talk about it. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to mention it. There's a gray area. Walk into the listing and say, hey, man, I'm walk into the open house and say, hey, guys, I'm doing a vlog real quick. You mind if I go through and talk and walk through this house as I do my vlog? If the agent says, yeah, spin around the camera and say, hey, I'm here at this house at 123 Main Street. Here's the agent. I'm going to talk about it real quick, blah, 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 and then share it. And just, if you get the agent in the background and he's like, hey, hot thumbs up, you got permission, man. Talk about it, right? There's always a way. There's always a way to find some way to be interesting and exciting. Enjoy life, live it, but make sure that you hit record, upload it to Facebook stories, and you will find all of a sudden you get one person watching. Like, oh, whoa. And then someone comments and you got 5 people watching. And then someone shares. As soon as you start getting better and better, hey, like, share, subscribe, start learning how to do these things. And then people will notice, hey man, I saw your video on the local Peruvian restaurant. Is Peruvian food good? Is that your wife's favorite food? And you're like, yeah man, I go there for my birthday all the time. What's your number? I mean, just, oh my God, so many ways. If you just open your mind up to the possibility of sharing your digital brand, to becoming the ambassador of your brand, it starts with getting yourself logoed up everywhere you go. I mean, that's one of the huge factors of why I am always wearing something with my brand on my lapel or on my shirt, or I'm passing by. I insert my comical humor genius into moments throughout the day so that I can continue to create new content, fresh content every day. 2 weeks ago, there was a big fire in the area. So I'm walking into my, I eat Chipotle every day. So I'm videotaping. I'm like, dude, that's not good. I hope everyone in Anaheim Hills is doing all right. Boom. And then that's inserting the vlog. And it's daily. And then you put the title, Anaheim Hills brush fire. Hope everyone's all right. And then that's the title of your film. Maybe it's not too big. Maybe it's not too short. As you learn, on a final note, watch 2 people. Learn from 3 people. Yeah, 3 people are doing the vlogs. I would say Gary Vaynerchuk is doing some pretty good daily vlogs. Most of the time they're highly edited and much more engaging and pleasing to the eye. Another one is Casey Neistat. If you go to YouTube, again on YouTube, you will find out how he is just a genius at creating video. Another one is Logan Paul, one of the biggest YouTubers. A little too much for us adults to handle the chaos and the manic. But again, he's doing a daily vlog and he's putting together this content. The hardest part about it is the editing. So try to find realtors in your area. Well, how about this? Go to YouTube, look up James Festini Realtor, and you'll see I have 2 channels. Find the one with less subscribers. In the picture, I'm wearing my jacket and my gold tie. Subscribe to that channel and see what it is I'm doing with that. And again, recognize that no matter how much content I'm creating, it's not gonna get you the notoriety and the popularity and all of that. But neither is whatever your advice that you're getting from other people, where they're like, you know what, you got to go into the local coffee shop and do a video on that and then share it. It's not what you think. It's not going to be this massive hit sensation. It's just home movies. And if you can make it interesting and engaging, then maybe it grows. I mean, you look at, there's some people in real estate. I'm not going to name any names because they'd be promoting some of the competition even locally and globally, who are doing what I'm trying to do, and even with tremendous successes, what I would consider to be success, their videos are only maybe 1,000, 2,000 views, maybe. So don't get wrapped up into thinking that viral videos is going to take you into this like million hit status, that you're going to go viral and everyone's going to see you. Let it suck. Hurry up and get past it. Create more content. Do this daily recording and documenting of your day-to-day. Get better and better. And at some point, if you guys want to do one-on-one coaching with me, if you guys are interested in learning how to do this, hire me as a one-on-one coach. We'll take an hour or 2 of our sessions and I'll teach you how to take it from scratch to building something. If you watch my videos, again, some of them are good, some of them suck. Who cares? I'm creating content. I'm putting my face out there. I'm putting the hashtags that say the city, the location, the restaurant. I'm putting it across through Yelp, and Yelp is digitally linking, and then somehow all of these spider webs, the bigger the web, the more flies you'll catch. My digital mayorship was much bigger in a different town. I did a video where it snowed in my old town. That's one of my biggest hitting videos in my old town because it never snows there. I get comments all the time. Do people know? No, but as you're walking through that town, they're like, oh, you're talking to a buyer. It's like, oh man, those are beautiful mountains. You know, it snowed there. Really? It snowed? No way. You're like, yeah, man, check out. Here, I'll send you the link to my YouTube video where it says snow in this town. Like, wow. And then you send it to them and then they look at it. And it's content that in some cases you could share. I mean, I went up to a brand new builder a couple months ago. And I went up to the top and I'm like, hey guys, I went through the model houses, did a couple of quick snapshots, couple little videos through the house, grabbed the flyers, memorized a couple of lines, went to the top of the hill and I go, hey, it's James Festini. I'm here at the top of this hill. I just went through those things. Here's my ins and outs. Here's a quick review. Da-da-da. Does it suck? Maybe. Does it not? No, I don't know. Doesn't have many views? Who cares? Get past your fear. See, that's why a lot of these like other platforms for generating internet exposure don't work, because they're not telling you the truth. In order for you to gain maximum exposure, you've got to spend a lot of money on doing it, or you got to spend a lot of time cross-posting. Just create it. At some point, maybe you'll be luckier than I am. Maybe you will create that one marketing piece that will get you to the top. There's this one guy, I mean, in YouTube, you could get famous, but is it global or is it local? I don't know. You're creating content, local content. So when people search hashtags, maybe you'll cross over. Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, all of these places where you can take a couple of minutes, learn to master the snappiness and the speed of these things, and you will succeed at some point or another. But there was this one guy in San Diego, if you ever look him up, he's called the Rapping Realtor. It went semi-viral. If you just Google it, it's hilarious. Go to YouTube and look up the Rapping Realtor. It's horrible. Did he get any business from it? Probably not. So even when you create this content, maybe somewhere, somehow, he did get notoriety, or, you know, I don't know him very well, but it was funny. When I saw the Rapping Realtor, and right when it was becoming viral, I saw him at a convention. I walked right up to him. I'm like, dude, you're the Rapping Realtor. He goes, yeah, he's real boring, mellow, sedated dude. I'm like, can I get a picture? And I, did the selfie. I was like, it's the Rapping Realtor. Nobody knew who it was, but if you're going to live and you're going to create and you want to try to take a stab at becoming a digital mayor, you just received almost 30 minutes of unfiltered content to create that digital ambassadorship, that brand ambassadorship. And it's work hard, play hard, hit record. Ready? Hit record, work hard, play hard. Hit stop, upload. All you got to do is that. And I guarantee you, you will at least begin the journey in understanding what it takes to be that digital mayor that you also want to be, without putting too much effort. It's more effort than it is money. So anyhow, if you guys like my content, please like, share, subscribe. If you have something you want to, if you have a question, if you have something you'd like to see me produce in the form of content, please put in the comments. Email me. The best way to reach me is email me. I'm James at jamesfestini.com. I'm on Snapchat quite a bit. Follow me on Snapchat. If you don't understand Snapchat, here's the thing. Download it, find me, and then that's it. You don't need to get into all the other stuff. You don't need to understand it. Just download it for me. That's it. And Gary V's on there. Grant Cardone's on there. There's a couple agents who might be doing it right. I think I'm doing it right. Am I famous? No. Is it doing anything for my business? Maybe not. But it is putting me in front of people where they're like, dude, I follow you on Snapchat. You're pretty funny. And sometimes they're kids or my kids' friends. Hey, my kids' friends, they love me on Snapchat. They're like, dude, such and such. My son all the time, he's like, oh man, such and such is such a fan of your snaps. I'm like, that's weird and maybe even creepy, but I'm just being myself. But that becomes, the teenage kid. All of a sudden they're like, Mom, you gotta check this guy out. This is James's dad. Like, oh man, he's weird. Boom, impression. He sees me sitting there doing whatever, having a good time. I mean, it's all PG-13 in many cases, but it is creating content that shares. When people share excitement, people share enthusiasm, if you translate that into a video content, you will reign as the mayor of that town, because no one can produce more than you if you're constantly doing it. So again, like, share, subscribe, give me a 5-star review. If you want to have me do another video on some other topic, if you have another topic you want me to share, go for it. thank you very much for watching. I hope you appreciate it. If you appreciate it, say thank you. All right? That's all you got to do. Just say thank you. Oh, finally, Beast Mode Lead Gen Prospecting Challenge. If you guys don't have enough leads, join me. Go to jamesfestini.com/training and find out more about how to generate 100 leads in 100 days. I'm doing it. I live it. Get back to work.
This episode is brought to you by MojoSells.com. Expireds for sell by owners and prospecting solutions along with DNC compliance. It is my CRM of choice because I can set up emails and letters and follow-up campaigns to follow up more efficiently with the leads that I generate. Go to MojoSells.com and make sure you tell them Festini sent you. This episode is also brought to you by Spodio, the perfect door knock companion. Download the Spodio app today. You want more knowledge? Please find me anywhere you consume content. On YouTube, go to James Festini. If you want to listen to my content on iTunes, please leave me a 5-star review. Join the Festini Mafia at jamesfestini.com/training. There you'll find all of my products and information. If you like to make money, get back to work.